Betway sponsors Froch versus Groves 2 on Sky Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wembley. Doesn't that sound good, eh? Here we are, live on Sky Sports News, as we have been throughout this tantalising week, as we close in on the biggest British boxing night for many, many years. 80,000 will be in this wonderful stadium on Saturday. The predicted sunny forecast as well, fingers crossed for the classic rematch. But first, a stellar, fascinating card filled with some cracking matches. So let's meet the fighters. First of all, the show's promoter, Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, Adam. And like you said, a huge night for British boxing this Saturday at Wembley Stadium. 80,000 fans in on what promises to be one hell of a night. These gentlemen at the table here will be part of history in so many big fights for them that will determine the routes and the outlooks for their career. The Olympic heavyweight gold medalist and future heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, returns from a brief injury to kick off the show against Britain's Matt Legg. Kevin Mitchell will face Ghislaine Maduma in a final eliminator for the IBF World Lightweight title and a shot at Miguel Vasquez. Jamie McDonnell will have a chance to regain his world title when he faces Tag Ting Dang Ratchawat from Thailand for the WBA bantamweight title. And of course, James DeGALE, gold medalist himself, will take on Brandon Gonzalez in an IBF final eliminator to face the winner of Carl Froch against George Groves. We're going to pass over to Fraser Dainton from Sky Sports News with some questions.
James, I'll start with you. This is the type of fight you've been looking for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's here. I'm ready. Pressure's on, and I can't wait. Perfect fight for me. This is what I've been waiting for. Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people. It's going to be unbelievable. So I'm prepared, ready. I'm feeling unbelievable. I'm against a good opponent in Brandon Gonzalez. Skilled, game, and confident. But I'm on my journey to become a world champion, and no one's going to stop me. No one. So we're nearly here now. Fight time's nearly here. And I can't wait.
The opportunity is there for all to see. It's going to be far from easy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, as I say, man, listen, he's a good fighter, very good fighter, unbeaten, and he's confident. He really thinks he's going to win. But the telling factor in this fight is going to be the distance, the rounds. This guy has never had a scheduled 12 rounder. He's never been 12 rounds. And in fights, I've watched his last couple of fights, he dies. Good 5 rounds he has, and he dies. I've had about 9 scheduled 12 rounders. I've been 12 rounds 5 times. That's in you, that fits in you. You don't get fit for 12 rounds over a 10-week camp. It takes years. And that's what's going to be the telling factor in this fight, the distance, the rounds, and my experience over 12 rounds.
Let's have a word with your opponent. Brandon, you've heard what James has had to say. How do you respond to that?
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm excited to be here. People of England are very welcoming since I've been here on social media and in person as well. So, it's a big show, it's a big event. 80,000 in front of Wembley again. Just soaking it all in. We're ready. We had an excellent training camp. Me and Bertrand got an excellent game plan coming into the fight, extremely confident, like James said. As far as the fight goes, it's already done. You understand? We've already put the work in. The fight was already 1 week ago in the gym. And now it's all about putting on display what we've been working on. And like I said, me and Bertrand got an excellent game plan. And 12-round distance, again, all my trials have been about 5. My first 10-round fight was against a legitimate top 168-pound contender, which I don't think James can say that he's fought anybody in that division at the top 10. I fought numerous gatekeepers, like upset prospects coming up early on in my career, and all that has prepared me for this moment. I mean, 12 rounds in a fight, we go 13 in the gym, 14 in the gym with the likes of top guys, not only the pound for pound. You guys know I spar with Andre Ward, another top contenders in the gym. So we're prepared for this moment. again, we got another thing. It has to go 12. We have to get to the 12th round. So I'm expecting James to take him to the 12-round distance. If there's a possible chance to fight it in early, you don't know. It's boxing, anything can happen. And like I said, we're well prepared going into the fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Brandon. I'll move on to Anthony Joshua, because you're the man opening up the experience on Saturday night. How much are you looking forward to this in front of 80,000 people? There's a bit of pressure on you maybe opening the show.
Yeah, there is, but as I said, the main thing is that I'm just enjoying this whole experience, so not much pressure for me, because this event's going to be one in a lifetime, so instead of putting the pressure on my shoulders, I'm just going to enjoy it, embrace all the energy, the positive energy. Everyone's here for a good time, and myself and my opponent are going to put on a great show. As I said, I'm back from a minor injury. I'm used to fighting every month, and I've just had 30 days out of the ring, so to get back in now on a stage like this is going to be class. So all the best to everyone on this stage. Thanks for everyone coming out as well.
I guess there was no way you were going to miss out on this one then.
No way at all.
Jamie McDonnell next to you, fighting for a world title. I mean, you must have thought that you would eventually get the opportunity to fight for another world title again before too long, but to do it on this stage, that must be the stuff of your wildest dreams.
I think, you know, I'm back on top form, fighting for the world title. I should have defended that title a couple of times. You know, to be on this big stage, fighting at Wembley, it don't get any bigger, do you know what I mean? And like I say, I'm gonna win this world title, put my name back on the map, you know, go and unify it.
It's been a tough year for you, but do you feel as if everything works out, this will definitely have been worth it?
Definitely, you know, my life's on the line in this fight. I need to win this fight. You know, everything happens around this fight. You know, them big paydays, they're gonna come. You know, once I get this title. You know, I was really looking forward to it. You know, it's a massive stage. You know, all across the world. You know, to show people what I'm about. You know what I mean? And I do believe 100%. You know, I'm the best at bantamweight. You know, and I'll just go out there and prove it.
And Kevin, on the end, did you ever think that at this sort of stage in your career, you'd get another opportunity like this?
Yeah, I'd always want to get an opportunity. I would have come back if I wouldn't have had the opportunity. I would have come back at domestic, I would have come back at world team, world level fights. But what bigger platform to do it on? As I said, this is one in a lifetime experience. I don't think we'll ever see it, even sitting here today is going to experience this again. And as Anthony said, I'm just going to embrace it and take all the positive energy and come out and perform on Saturday as I can.
And given that you are one of the more experienced fighters on the bill, is that going to be a help for you on Saturday night, do you think?
Someone just said to me then, I thought one of the only fighters in Britain that's fought in front of a crowd as big as it is, 24,000 at West Ham. So the crowds at 20,000 is a big crowd, but it's not about 80,000 going to be out there. And I think it's going to be huge, and I'm ready for this now. I've trained hard. I've been in the gym solid for a year now. And I don't think there's no more time that'll be right for me to get ready to win this fight, to go on and win the world title against Vasquez after.
Well, gentlemen, we wish you all the best of luck in all your fights. We hope it's a cracking event. I'm sure it will be. Thanks very much for the moment.
Thanks, Fraser. And I'd like to get a few words from some of our other friends and colleagues on this table. Matt, obviously a big fight for you. We wanted to select a British opponent because we knew what this experience would mean to them. And I know you're not here to make up the numbers.
No, I'm not. I'm really grateful as well. Thank you to you. It's amazing to get this opportunity at this age, 38, and to have a big fight like this, especially after the James Tony fight in November. And you're right, I'm not here to make out the numbers. I have got ambition, and I will go out there to try and win, so I'll do everything I can to win.
Thanks. And Ghislaine, we see you ranked in all the governing bodies. Yeah. We know you're one of the top lightweights, travelling over here for a huge fight, and tell us about your expectations going into the fight and the night itself.
I feel like I've been waiting for this opportunity all my life. As a boxing fan, you always want to fight in such a big event. And when you start to do boxing, it's like you want to be at the top. And I think, like I heard, you cannot get better stage than this. You cannot get much bigger fighting in front of 80,000 people. So I'm really excited to be here. So I could have stayed in Canada fighting at home and keep building and fighting for a world championship in my home, but instead of this, I would like to thank my manager, Camille Stefan, my coach, Mike Mofa, all my team, Eye of Tiger, to have take this fight. And I would like to take my matchroom, Eddie Hearns, and Kevin Mitchell to have take this fight, because I know him too, he can just have fought Vasquez instead of waiting and fighting me. And after fighting, after fighting Vasquez, because I think he's taking a risk. I'm taking a risk to come in here, so I think it's going to be a very, very good fight. I've trained very, very, very hard for this fight. I never pushed myself to the limit like I've been for this fight. Even if I feel like I'm a very hard worker for this fight, I was beyond the limit of hard working. So I'm really excited to be there. And I was like every day in the gym, I was like, okay, I'm going to be to the level of the event because it's going to be a big event. I have to push myself extra more to be sure that I'm going to be at the level of the event. And I want to thank everybody who make this possible, like Froch and Groves, to choose to fight again, to make this fight such a big fight, and to give me an opportunity to be there and showcase my skills. What I think I got one of the best skills in boxing. That's what I believe, what I see every day in the gym. That's what I see every day when I'm in the running. I got one of the best skills in boxing. I don't know much people, they don't know me right now, but I'm ranked in all the governing bodies, like you said. But on Saturday night, I'm prepared to show you everyone who I am. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, because I'm very, very, very proud of myself, what I've done the last 3 years to put myself in this place. And I'm very happy to fight such a good opponent like Kevin Mitchell with skills, experience, and you have proven he's a world-class elite fighter. So it's an opportunity for me to break up and showcase my skills, so that all my ranking are not just ranking, that I'm the real deal. Thanks guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for saying that. It really is a top fight. And tag team game, and with your translator, obviously, 52-2. I believe number 3 or 4 in the WBA, and a big fight for you. Tell us about your thoughts and your expectations on facing Jamie McDonnell.
I am very excited to be a part of the history night and to be part of the greatest boxer here. And I hope that the fight this Saturday night will be very entertainment and very exciting.
Thank you, Captain Dan. Having seen footage of Mr. Naratchawat fight, we know we're going to get excitement exemplified. And going to pass over to Jim McDonnell, trainer of James DeGALE, to say a few words about the camp and the fight they expect on Saturday night.
Hello to everybody. Obviously, it's a great build to this part, a great event. I'm sure everyone in British boxing is excited. A great main event and a great undercard as well. From our perspective, from James' perspective, I think Eddie said at the first press conference, you've got James is about the bright lights and the big fights, and it certainly don't come no bigger than this. So, you know, James has been absolutely so highly motivated since he's been getting ready for this contest, and you know he's so full of energy. You know, I've literally got to hold him back. He's had, I know everyone says he's in the best shape he's been in probably since the day he turned professional, and I think you're going to see a stellar performance. He's boxing a world-class opponent. He's a very good guy. We've studied in depthly, and you know, he's got a great trainer behind him, etc. And James is on his A game, and he's going to go out there and deliver and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Jim, and Virgil. Welcome to these shores. Great to see you back. Tell us a little bit about Brandon Gonzalez as a fighter, and I know, knowing you won't go into too much detail about what you prepared for, but the kind of fight you expect on Saturday.
Well, thanks, Eddie. Glad to be back in the UK. My 5th time back. Always enjoy the hospitality. Everybody's friendly, shows a lot of love. Listen, I'm very proud of Brandon. He started boxing at 20 years old. He didn't have the luxury of starting as an amateur at 12 or 13 years old. And, but he was an athlete, and he showed the determination and dedication to continue to persevere. And I think what we really have to take a look at is when you're a gold medalist, and you've gone 12 rounds, it's not that you've really gone 12 rounds, that your opponent extended you 12 rounds. Probably opponents that you should have got rid of inside of 12 rounds. And Brandon been fighting on 3 weeks' notice with the guys like Ruth Isaac, 3 weeks' notice, Isaac Duran, 2 and 3 week notice. Never having that luxury that a gold medalist gets. He just came through another way. I think one thing in particular that I pay great attention to is this young man has all the skill in the world. And I've noticed him from the Olympics, but it's one key thing. When it wasn't going his way, he got depressed. He wanted to quit. When it wasn't going his way, he got depressed and he wanted to quit. And his mom had to make him start boxing again. So what he's saying is, I need the bright lights and the stars to shine. But you need to shine in the dungeon sometimes too. Brandon didn't have the luxury. He couldn't quit. He had to fight with 2-3 weeks notice if he wanted to fight. So I was proud of him. He started to show different things in the 2000 fight. And it's never a good idea to look at past tapes because you never really notice the growth because you don't know the whole circumstances that was involved in that. He never had the luxury of a 10 to 12 week camp. He got short notice. If he wanted to fight, he had to go fight. Whether he was cut, whether he had to make a certain weight, that's what he had to do. So we're going to give this young man all the respect in the world. He is where he belongs. I look for a great fight. I also look for a great fight with Brandon. Thanks to everybody.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Virgil. That's another great fight. Just to let everyone know a few other minor details. Obviously, we've got the press conference for Carl Froch and George Groves tomorrow. On Friday, the weigh-in will be at Wembley Arena. Doors will open at 2 o'clock and the weigh-in will commence at 3:30. All kinds of other activities taking place, which we'll publish later today. We want to thank everyone for coming. You know, this is a wonderful night for British boxing, and like I said earlier, we know we've got Froch Groves for the unified super middleweight titles, but also we've got a card that is full of drama and full of opportunities, and a huge night for everyone on this table. So thanks for coming. We're going to have a photo up here now with the entire card, and also head-to-heads with every fight. And then all the guys here are going to be available for one-on-ones with the media after. Thanks very much for coming. We look forward to one hell of a night on Saturday.
Betway sponsors Froch vs Groves 2 on Sky Sports.